while the sun came breaking through. The bells kept ringing. That's when I finally knew the search was over, and I can clearly see inside the Catalyst kitchen. I found me. Oh,
We all believe in food and the power of food and the power of kitchens, but at the end of the day, so much of this is just setting up an environment in which someone can come who maybe feels broken in their life, or they can't get a leg up or get stable or get ahead, and creating an environment where they can come in and find themselves and find peace and recovery and healing, and then use that as a springboard to the rest of their life, to who they want to be, to what they can become.
From day one till now, you have shown so much improvement, and not just things like your knife skills, your cleaning, but also the way you work with yourselves, the way you communicate, the way you hold yourself in a kitchen. You are becoming professionals now.
Catalyst Kitchens is a nationwide network of nonprofit teaching kitchens with a shared mission to help transform lives and lift people out of poverty through job training in the culinary arts and in hospitality. And we base that job training in operating kitchens, whether those kitchens are operating as social enterprises like restaurants, cafes, catering, coffee shops, or they're operating as hunger relief sites. All of our members are actively cooking food, making food for people in their community, and then they invite in oftentimes those same populations they might be serving.
My name is Malachi.
Mapula.
Vantuan.
I go by Sam.
My name is Richard.
Emeka.
Nasaria.
My name is Ryan.
Aisha.
Elijah.
Cassandra.
Kanito.
Todd.
My name is Calvin.
It's Anastasia.
Patrick.
My name is Samara Henderson.
So it might be people who are unsheltered, coming out of incarceration, substance use programs, immigrants, refugees, young people in need of opportunity, survivors of trafficking, domestic abuse, all these populations, all these people who would otherwise have barriers to getting a job, housing, being able to sustain themselves. They can come into these programs, get the support that they need, get the training that they need, and be placed from there into a job and have that be a pathway to success and stability. And we as Catalyst Kitchens are bringing together these 90+ nonprofits, each with their own unique missions, but joining into this network, united around this one model of job training, but every single member is bringing in all this different expertise. And our job on the national team is to go out to understand the amazing work, bring members together and get them talking and get them sharing, because that is the most powerful thing that happens in our network.
Sometimes just because of the color of your skin or the family you were born into, these kids aren't given the same opportunities as everybody. Maybe somebody's made a mistake and they got arrested for something and they need some guidance to help them get back on track again.
I've been homeless since 18 and I'm living in the shelters.
Kurt's mission is to improve outcomes for young men and women living in at-risk situations through life skills and job training.
I started learning how to make smoothies, lattes, espressos, and I started to cook and stuff.
Usually you need experience to get a job, but that's not how this program works. You can absolutely know nothing about the restaurant business, and at the same time, you get a stipend.
I was happy because I could finally pay my phone bill and buy me the stuff that I need, like food, clothes, stuff like that.
But the other thing that makes this program unique is that we also have a social service arm, and that person links them to all the resources they need to live.
When I open my restaurant, it's gonna be called Siobhan's, and I'm gonna be serving pizza, steak, hot dogs, burgers, original food that people will actually eat.
It is our job as the people running the programs, as the chef trainers, as the social workers, as the employment specialists, to just let them find themselves in this journey and just be there for them when they need us.
When I put on this chef's jacket, I felt like I was at home. I felt like I was where I was supposed to be. We got our chef's knives. I was so excited. It's just crazy, like, this opportunity that they present us, because I was looking into culinary schools and they were just so much money, and I was like, there's no way. And here I am. So it's just awesome.
At DC Central Kitchen, we want to use food to empower and liberate and create opportunity. So while we are producing thousands and thousands of meals every day, we've created a whole portfolio of social enterprise businesses that not only gets fresh, healthy food into the community, but creates hundreds of jobs for many of those individuals who graduate from our training program. Our locally sourced scratch cooked school food program, operated in 30 schools, a wholesale program of fresh fruits and vegetables that we distribute to corner stores in our city's food apartheid areas. We now have 3 cafes. To be in a monument of what is Dr. King's vision of economic empowerment and inclusion that is staffed by graduates is overwhelming and just incredibly powerful and inspiring.
I served 32 and a half years in prison. After I got out of prison, DC Central Kitchen really changed my life. 12 weeks of training, and I'm proud to be a part of this organization. A whole lot of people in this company, ex-offenders, ex-drug users, we don't judge each other. I got to find peace with myself. I want to be able to lead this world know I did make a difference.
We do get to see lives change in front of our eyes every single day. We know that we're not going to end hunger tomorrow. We know that we're not going to end poverty, systemic racism. But if we work with relentless incrementalism, making tomorrow a little bit better than today for one person, one family, we will then get to that larger, better place. To do that, you need to share your ideas. Catalyst Kitchens has become the vehicle we and other organizations like us around the country can do just that.
Sharing information and resources in the nonprofit world is crucial to the success of everyone. We find that this work can be very isolating if you feel like you're the only program in a city. But if you can collaborate and communicate and convene with other programs doing this work, we find that we don't have to reinvent the wheel.
Knowing that there's always that community to support me is such a gift. If I'm trying to work on something, I'm sure somebody else has been trying to figure it out, and they might have already either solved it or come up with a fix. So we're all contributing to the same answers. I can use one of their resources. Maybe I'll build on it and send it back.
We also do a lot of online events, whether it's people sharing tips on how to run job training programs, social enterprises, fundraising, and marketing.
If ever I email or ask for something, I get a response within a couple of hours, and it's normally 10 times more than I could have even imagined.
We are currently a team of 3 running it all remotely out of Seattle, Phoenix, and Atlanta. So we've got 3 different time zones covered. And this year we have 6 different events happening in the Northeast, Southeast, Southwest, Northwest. So we really have the whole country covered.
They bring us together, and I think it's because the 3 of them are so incredibly mission-oriented that they're always trying to gather all of us to work together towards that larger goal.
Have you all looked at the resource library and been able to contribute some wonderful best practices from ARC?
Yes, actually. Anyone that has the goal of finding employment for any sort of population through the culinary arts field would really benefit from joining Catalyst Kitchens. Not only is there great staffing support, but because of their resource library, they give you the jumping off point for everything from job position descriptions to curriculum to assessments. And if they don't have it somewhere, someone that's a member or on the board or the staff know where to find that resource.
ARC Broward is an organization that provides supports to children and adults with disabilities. A lot of the individuals that we support were in situations when they were in school where they were bullied. They weren't accepted. And this type of a program shows them that they have tremendous capabilities to be able to go out and do anything they put their heart and their minds to.
I don't know why I was so interested in cooking, but I'm really good at it. During class time, we have like a portfolio actually full of rules to work in the kitchen and also how to avoid diseases and germs.
He's actually our student chef of the year. We had a position open here at Art Culinary, and that we knew that he would be a perfect fit.
I do have some recipes I made up, like Christmas and Thanksgiving, I do brownies, but sometimes I add caramel to make it chewy. Maybe I'll be like a proper chef someday in a fancy restaurant or hotel. I can see myself like that.
In New York City, there are thousands of jobs. If someone wants to work, we're with them as long as they want to be with us.
4 years in the Marine Corps, just newly married, firstborn son. I spent the year looking for work, couldn't find anything, decided to join the Army National Guard. Did a tour in Afghanistan in 2012 and led a destructive lifestyle, which ended me up in prison. When I came out of prison, I wanted to give back to the community because I really felt that I failed in a lot of ways.
Richard is the person who you dream of when you do this work.
Finding the culinary program was like a stepping stone and like a bright light in a dark road that I was on. Once I graduated, they decided that I would be a good fit for the position I'm in now, which is a training quality control manager.
He's risen to one of the highest levels of management, growing a career, not just getting an entry-level job and staying in it.
I definitely want to stay with the company as long as I can to do better and do more. I have a son looking to see what colleges he wants to go to and pursue that avenue. I am single.
So one of the things that our members talk to us about is how critically important the life skills curriculum is in terms of readying someone for their new job.
Before you even pick up a night, you got to be there and you got to show up on time, ready to work. A lot of the people we work with have complicated lives.
Things like teaching someone how to set up a bank account, problem solving, teamwork, empowerment, and self-advocacy.
It's a really tough environment. There's people in seats waiting for food. It's got to look good. It's got to taste good. Something's going to go wrong, and we've got to pivot and take care of it without losing our minds. There's a second chance and there's a third chance, and you make a mistake, that's okay. Let's fix it.
I grew up in a regular family home. I was a homecoming princess. I was a cheerleader. I was a legal secretary for about 15 years. What landed me in the emergency shelter was a domestic violence situation. And then I get to Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound at Marin, we have a Fresh Starts Culinary Academy. It's a 10-week training. People who've been experiencing homelessness or folks with other barriers to regular employment.
So I applied for that so I could actually do something that I love to do now. And then they give you an opportunity to make money while you're in school.
We have 3 social enterprises, businesses that essentially employ our graduates. The Key Room event space. We do catering in that space. We do a monthly celebrity chef series, which brings in supporters. And then when they get here, they get exposed to our mission.
And I'd work usually the back of the house to get experience and then to earn money.
We also have a line of high-end dog treats, and we make 13,000 meals a month that go out to our programs. We're bringing in money through social enterprise that's going directly into the hands of the people closest to the problem. And then we help people secure jobs to make sure they can be successful and realize their full potential.
I graduated from Homeward Bound. I run the dietary department at a skilled nursing facility. I manage a small crew. I'm married now. There's somebody that absolutely adores me. And then we buy a home. And my name is on the title. I never, ever, ever, ever would imagine that I'd be where I am today. Ever. There's no way.
Every single person out there has value. And we believe the food industry and hospitality is a beautiful place to find that. But it's really about every person being able to discover their self-worth and having this chance for a thriving career and a self-sustaining life.
Just to be able to share a meal, that's something that doesn't have any barriers, whether it's language, whether it's ethnicity. It's a beautiful thing. Me being a part of that and coming through inspiration, being able to hone those skills and do it on the level that I've been able to do it, it touches my heart to be able to share that.
Catalyst Kitchens is part of our heart. It's part of the fabric of who we are. It takes a community of people to be able to pull off an operation like this and to support individuals the way that we do.
I want to have a farm, grow my own food, vegetables, have animals, and then I want to work in the city and have my cafe, restaurant. I would say that's my dream.
I wasn't worthy of anything other than being a dishwasher. This place gave me something to grasp onto, to engage my mind, to ask questions, to get the support that I needed that actually built a passion for cooking for me. There are too many people on the streets right now that are suffering, that have no goal, that have nowhere to go, that have nothing. But places like this, these are a must.
The search was over, and I can clearly see inside the Catalyst kitchen. I found me.
Everybody deserves a first chance, a second chance. They just need somebody to lift them up. And we're able to do that here. They just have to walk in the door.
Inside the Catalyst kitchen, come on in.
Community is our favorite word.